Welcome back, trainers, and in this video we're going to be going over all of the new features that we're going to be seeing soon coming to Pokemon Go. These are the things that we have been wanting for years. I know I've been putting out the videos, but I'm just going to do everything in one condensed area so you have an idea if you missed the other videos, and so you can be put up to speed as to what is going on here. Now, is this the doing of Niantic? Is this the doing of Niantic? I mean, they've been ignoring us. They have literally almost been rubbing things in our face to kind of make it so it's almost as if they're spiting us. Yeah, we all know, we've all felt that kind of feeling from them, and I just feel like the timing is just too weird right when Scopely is either taking over already, because I get it, you keep saying, well, when we open the game, Niantic is still there, they're still tweeting out things on their main page. Yeah, maybe maybe they've already taken over Scopely, but Niantic is still running things as is from their aspect, right? Because they've already told us that they're not going to be kind of restaffing. Now, this could be, take that with a grain of salt, because you never know what these people are saying, if it's truth or not. They fired a few people already. I don't know if that's Scopely's doing or Niantic, okay? But some people have already been fired from over there, so you have that going on. Anyways, let's get into the things that we're going to be seeing going down. We'll start it off with the IVs, everything condensed here. So, of course, we already know we're going to be able to increase the IVs of Pokemon. There are going to be some rules, like Shadow Pokemon and things that are in the gym or 100% IVs. Obvious things, Shadow's not so obvious, but you're not going to be able to do that, right? We're not 100% sure if legendaries are going to have a little bit more of a requirement to bring those IVs up, or mythicals, but as it is now, it seems like all the Pokemon are going to be on the same page as far as what you're going to have to do as far as particular little task to raise your IVs. Now, we know we're going to be seeing a golden bottle cap that's going to be raising the IVs, looks like, to almost as much as we want. I can't say 100% for certain yet if that's going to be fact, but obviously it's going to be more than the silver bottle cap, which is only going to be raising it by either a couple of points or 1 point or something like that. So the gold bottle cap is going to be able to be obtained through the deluxe Go Pass during the Go Fest, okay? So you're gonna have to purchase that and then go down the regular track, of course, which is free, and then the paid track, which is going to have the lucky trinket as well as the bottle cap, the golden bottle cap, and I do believe it's going to be at around rank 80, and it's going to be able to go up to 100. They're rolling out practice things, and people are getting only up to 50, but that's not the official one for the bottle cap. So we know that you're going to have to potentially look for new Pokestops. You're going to have to maybe even find souvenirs. You're going to have to battle. You're going to have to do all kinds of different tasks in order to raise these IVs. And the bottle caps themselves are going to have an expiration date, okay? As far as raising the IVs, once you've used the bottle cap, then you're going to have 1 year to complete all of the particular tasks for you to actually bring these IVs up. So pretty crazy, weird concept going on here. You pay a premium price for a premium item, but you're going to be forced to use it immediately, but then you're going to have 1 year to actually do it. I don't know, whatever. At least we're able to raise the IVs. So that's pretty much a lot of the news that we know as far as the bottle caps are concerned right now, and that's freaking amazing. We're going to be able to raise IVs. Let's freaking go, baby. All right, so no shadows though, okay? Next part is going to be, now we've got information on global trading, okay? Global trading as well as wonder trading. So we'll start off with global trading first. Now, we got all kinds of theories, but I'm going to kind of just keep this quick and short and sweet for you, okay? Without going into all kinds of different avenues. It's probably going to be between friends, okay? And we do not know if you're going to have to be a particular friendship level yet. The information as far as this is concerned is very minimal. All we know is in the back end that they did put in something called global trading. And that's pretty self-explanatory. And I don't think they're going to do put something in the game called global trading just for the hell of it. So it looks like you're going to be able to trade with your friends in the future globally. We do not know the limitation on this. We do not know if it's going to be like one global trade a day with a lucky friend, one trade, say, a week globally with a friend. We don't know anything. We don't know if there's going to be a particular place you're going to have to go, which I highly doubt it. I highly doubt it. It's probably just going to be within your friends list. So we have that going on. This is great. This is everything we've been wanting. Now, could we see them throw in another premium item that you're going to have to use to actually be able to global trade? Very highly likely, okay? There is a very high possibility that they will maybe throw an item at us that we're going to have to use to actually do this. And it's going to be like going down the Go Pass thing. It seems like that's their new way to abstract money from us to pay for these new premium prices or new items, which you got the lucky trinket. We'll go over that in a minute, but we have that going on. So we don't know all the information, but global trading seems to be coming here. Might have to pay for it though with a particular item that's going to expire too, right? So the lucky trinket as well is another thing that I think was under the arm of Scopely. I think most of this is, to be honest with you. I could be completely wrong, okay? I'm just putting that up front right now. I just personally think the timing is too coincidental for all these awesome little features. Granted, we're paying for some of them, most of them, but still, you have the option to do it, okay? Which is fantastic. So the lucky trinket, you can become lucky friends with somebody without having to be best friends with them. That is phenomenal. Unfortunately, the item is going to expire, so you have to use it. But once you've used it and you do become lucky friends with somebody, of course, that lucky friend will stay lucky friends. So you have that going on. So maybe you'll have to use the lucky trinket, become lucky friends, and then when you're lucky friends, then you'll be able to do a global trade with that lucky friend. I'm not saying that it's going to require the lucky trinket, but I'm thinking that all these little pieces of the puzzle are going to lead up to something to do with that. All right, so not only are we going to be seeing these features coming to the game, but we also have the thing called the Wonder Trade. Now, this is something interesting. I'm not too sure how this will work. This could be probably, the more I think about it, it probably is going to be some sort of a new tab. As much as I would love to have buildings on the map, hitting the mic there, my bad. As much as I would like to have structures on the map, I don't think they're going to go in that direction quite yet. Maybe in the future, but not quite yet. It's probably going to be a new tab where you can go in and throw in a random Pokemon and you'll get another random Pokemon back. You'll have a cooldown for how many times you can do these trades, and that's just simple as that, right? So we have that thing going on, which is pretty awesome. We're also going to be seeing the whole check-in where you're going to be able to check in at a gym so you can see other people. It looks like that's already out for some people, but not for everybody, which is kind of weird to me. All right, but not only that, we're going to be seeing, I mean, they're just throwing all these features that we've been wanting for a while, but we're also going to be seeing, I do believe this is going to be happening on around the 19th, where you're going to be able to remote raid Dynamax battles, Gigantamax battles, as well as Shadow raids. So that's freaking awesome. But not only that, they're going to be increasing your remote raid limit to 10. So, of course, you're going to be seeing the higher remote raid limit increase for particular events like the Gigantamax Machamp. You're actually going to be able to do quite a bit of those. I do believe if you time it correctly, or depending upon where you live, you're going to be able to do 20 per day. You're going to have 2 days to do that. So you'll be able to do a total of 40 remote raids if you wanted to. The unfortunate part, which is still a little annoying, is the fact that the remote raids are going to still cost the same price. There are going to be a little couple of sales in the actual shop, in the game, as well as in their web store, but sometimes those really are kind of just a discount of like 50 cents. So it's not really helping, right? And a lot of times these are one-time purchase things. So seeing a decrease in the remote raid passes would be fantastic. And I'm not talking bring it down a whole bunch. I mean, bring it down by like 50 cents, 75 cents. That'd be great. They quite literally doubled the price, which was quite insane. I'm like, whoa, what the hell? And then they gave the excuse that they're more value than a regular pass. And I'm not arguing with that whatsoever when they did that whole whack interview, right? I agree that they actually provide more value, but it's not 2 times the value, I don't think. But hey, there's that. I don't want to go drag that on and on. So we're looking at amazing remote raids for Shadow and the max battles, increasing the remote raid limit up to 10 per day, which is great. Global trading, increasing your IVs. I mean, I'm probably even missing some right now, but we're going to be seeing a massive change, and this is going to be for the better. So hopefully we can see the momentum like this continuously going, and you probably will see, I mean, there's two sides of the coin here, okay? As much as I am happy I'm seeing all these different changes, ever since the whole Scopely thing and, you know, more recently, it's just felt like there's been an increase in tickets as well. More purchasable things for each event. sometimes up to even 2 tickets per event, which just seems a little bananas to me. For particular clothing articles, you have a ticket for the shirt, and then you have a ticket for the pants, and of course they throw in a couple of berries and a freaking Pokeball or two to just appease you, so it's not looking like a complete ripoff. So we have that as well. So you could see an increase in more ticket items as we're seeing day by day. Now, one of the last things that I would personally like to have them do, or at least look into or give us some clarity on for once, is the thing that they promote the most. What did we just have the other day, yesterday? Pommy Community Day? What the hell are you using that thing for? What are you gonna go into raids with that? Yeah, I bet there's a few people who are still newer, who don't have everything powered up, and this is a great opportunity to collect an electric type attacker for raids or gym battles. And, you know, that's just on their list for one of the best Pokemon that they have, because they're newer and it was in an abundance. They were able to get enough XLs to power it up. But I don't know. Yeah, that's another PvP Pokemon. So my point is, they need to start addressing Go battling and battling in general. Do you think I just abandoned it or something? Because I know a lot of the people, I know most of you stopping by, you have normal level heads, right? But there are rage watchers out here, and there are still hating people, right? You might have noticed I cooled down on talking about them because who cares anymore, right? I'm getting a little too old for this crap to care. But people like to say, oh, you're not good at PvP. No, whatever you want to say, okay? I've been around since the beginning. Let's just leave it at that. I know exactly what I'm doing. I just don't give a damn anymore. The game is broken. It's frustrating. It's buggy. It's extremely manipulating. You go in there with a particular type and it counters you. You go in there with another type after you've been countered by that type several times, and then all magically, the Pokemon in the front now is the one that was weak to the Pokemon that you had in the front before. And it's not just, oh, a couple of matches, it's continuous. And that's just one example. You have the cheating going on. You have the frame skipping going on. You have the Discord cheats. You have all the other things going on, and God knows what else the hell is going on out there with it now. So if they can address that and fine-tune that a little bit more and kind of just work out some of the bugs and look into some of the cheating and create some sort of maybe even a whole revamp of it, right? Now, I'm not saying completely, because obviously at this point, they're not going to do that, because too many people have invested in Pokemon, like myself too, and I don't want to see a revamp if it's going to be screwing everything up. I would just like to see them work on it, focus on it, and say that, hey, they understand and we're going to be looking into it, because the majority of the damn Community Day Pokemon that they're releasing are freaking for PvP. It's like, what the hell am I doing? Why does anybody even care anymore? Nobody plays PvP. All right, let's be real. Look, the amount of people playing PvP is a comparison. You have a swimming pool, all right, and then you have a couple of drops that you drop on your counter. Drop, drop, drop. You have a whole swimming pool, which is representing the whole community, and then you have a couple of drops of water on the counter, which represents the people that like to play the gosh dang Go Battle League, okay, or battle in general. It may seem like a lot, but it's a very niche community. Look, I'm not trying to take a dig on nobody. I'm just saying it'd be nice if they focus on it, because a lot of the Pokemon that they are releasing are focusing on freaking PvP. So can we fix PvP if you want to keep on having people play it continuously and not get screwed over? But that's another thing for, that I'm thinking about. A little passionate about that one, because it gets extremely annoying, and it's not a skill issue. It's completely manipulated garbage. And no, I do not want to win every time or have a great lead, but you all know what I mean, and we'll leave that one alone. But with that said, game's looking up pretty good. I'm pretty excited. You're getting the power creep coming on here, right? What I mean by the power creep is you have all these Pokemon that are becoming so strong. The fusions, for instance, got Crown Zacian and Zamazenta coming. Crown Zacian is going to be an absolute complete beast of a monster. You have Duskmane. You have Dawn Wings. You got all these other ones. You got Kyurem Black and White. I mean, the game is becoming insane. And now we're going to be getting these Gigantamax Pokemon, which, you can't really just Gigantamax them for anywhere. You have to go into the Dynamax or Gigantamax, so that's not really a power creep too much. More so just another mechanic for you to spend money and power up and waste more Stardust and more time playing this game. I don't like to put it that way, because we still enjoy it if you enjoy it, right? But you get where I'm coming from. Power creeps coming on, you're going to be able to do a lot more by yourself or with minimal people, which is great. And now you're going to be able to even invite people to shadow raids and max battles, which is just chef's kiss. Raising the IVs, that's another obvious great thing. And then global trading, oh, that's going to be the best. That is going to be so good. As far as wonder trading, I'm not concerned about that. Fun little feature, but I don't really care. But hey, there you have it, folks. Just wanted to break it down. I think this is the doing of Scopely behind the scenes. I personally think so, okay? Why would Niantic all of a sudden want to make all of these changes for a better quality of life for us right before they're about to sell it, or whatever the case may be? I don't know. You know, again, I can't say 100% certain what's going on over there because they have not really came out and put out that information for us to know. But coincidence? I think not. This is what happens when you have an actual company that, I know a lot of people say that they're greedy. Whatever, okay, I don't know. As far as I'm concerned, their first impression so far, as for what I'm seeing, is great. If they're bringing all these changes, look, if you're thinking, well, they just want more money, so be it. If they want more money, if they're going to be adding quality of life features that are not going to just really drain our wallet, then I will take it, okay? Then I will take it. Let's go, right? This is a business. At the end of the day, they have to make a profit. And if that requires us to spend just a couple more dollars to receive the features that we want so desperately bad, I guess that's just what we're going to have to do. You know, you can't just take an inch, give an inch, take a mile kind of thing, right? But there you go, folks. Just wanted to lay that down. Nice little random ranty video. Okay, so if you can give it a thumbs up, that'd be much appreciated. Thank you for watching, and I'll be catching you all next time. Take care.
I finally did it. I'm the champion of the Pokemon League. Hurry up and come. Hey! So you're finally here! Fantastic!